Hello and welcome to this new video. In today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, building feature-rich AI apps no longer demands an advanced computer science degree, painful debugging sessions, or a substantial team of software engineers. The shift towards no-coding AI apps, particularly those created with intuitive platforms like Bolt.new, means that virtually anyone with a creative idea can design, implement, and deploy sophisticated applications in record time. Add a frictionless hosting service like Netlify, and the entire process from concept to deployment becomes fast, seamless, and affordable. In this detailed video that I will let running in real time, I'll share how I created a dynamic, AI-powered web application that generates random UK lottery lines, includes your favorite numbers, leverages historical draw frequency data, and even uses AI to decide which draws you should play, all without writing a single line of traditional code and in about 20 minutes overall. This is Bolt.new, an AI no-coding app. In the prompt chat field, I pasted a prompt that I prepared in Notes. I will add it to this video summary so that you can try and recreate it yourself. The project I'll walk you through is a lottery line generator with a few intelligent twists. By the end of this video, you'll have all the insights you need to create your own no-coding AI apps and deploy them swiftly. After getting the prompt to say how you want your app to look like and do, click the blue arrow button, and you are then taken to the Bolt interface where the files are created and the magic happens. There you will see the software code in real time, and you will then see a preview of your app after a few seconds. After seeing the first results of the code implementation, which is quite amazing if I am honest, given that I have absolutely no coding experience, you can add to your initial prompt by prompting again and asking for new features to be added to the app. From now on, it is literally the same pattern. Add a new instruction in the prompt window, click the arrow button, see the resulting preview. Rinse and repeat. Core features of my lottery app: random line generation. The app generates a set of lottery numbers, just like you'd pick for a standard lottery draw. Instead of guessing numbers manually, you click a button and let AI produce lines for you. Limit lines per week. To encourage responsible play, the app can limit the number of lines you generate per week. This feature is customizable, letting you set, for example, a maximum of 2 or 3 lines in a 7-day period. Most drawn numbers insights. The app can incorporate historically most frequently drawn numbers. This allows you to generate lines that leverage statistical frequencies rather than sheer randomness. Favorite numbers. Users can add their own lucky or favorite numbers. The app then incorporates these into the generated lines, either by always including them or giving them a weighted priority. AI-powered draw recommendations. Beyond generating random lines, the app can use AI to suggest which specific draws, e.g. midweek or weekend draws, you should play, based on criteria you define. For instance, the AI might suggest the draws where your favorite numbers historically appear more often, or where the prize tiers are more favorable. All of these features are bundled into a no-code workflow, achieved by prompting and refining instructions to the AI within Bolt.new, and then deploying the final app via Netlify with a single click. In the latest prompt, I asked Bolt to add the historically most drawn numbers per game. But in this new prompt, I want to be able to click only on certain most drawn numbers to be added to my lines. In the latest prompt, I asked Bolt to make the most drawn numbers clickable, and it executed the instruction perfectly. However, I can now see when testing the preview that when generating new random lines with my favorite numbers, 13 and 47, the AI has added those two numbers to all lines, which is not good. So I prompted the AI app to change this behavior. As you work with no-coding AI apps, keep these tips in mind. Clear, iterative prompts. The AI is only as good as the instructions you give it. If something isn't working, refine your prompt. Be explicit about what you want the app to do. Start small, add complexity little by little. Be Begin with a simple line generator, then layer in favorite numbers, most frequent numbers, and weekly limits. Iteration helps keep the process manageable. Focus on user experience. With coding details offloaded to the AI, invest your time in user-centric design. Make sure your instructions, inputs, and outputs are clear and intuitive. Test thoroughly. Just because you're not coding doesn't mean you shouldn't test. Enter invalid favorite numbers, exceed your weekly limit, and see how the app responds. Extend and improve. Once the basic functionality works, consider adding features like data visualizations, charts of most frequent numbers, for example, integration with lottery draw APIs, or user authentication to track line generation over time. From now on, you will need to do a bit of testing, depending if your app is complex or not. But for example here, I noticed 2 number 13 on the same line of lottery, and asked the app to correct it. In the next app preview, I then noticed 2 number 47. When you start integrating databases and other external apps like maps, you may have to do constant firefighting until you can finally see a preview. The app now works as intended. To deploy, here I want to add a link to our website to the footer of the app, and I go straight into the code to fix it. To deploy it, click Deploy in the top right corner, and the app will get deployed on Netlify. It's preferable to have opened an account prior to this operation, otherwise the app might be deployed to the ether and not be properly accessible to you. Now open Netlify, and in the Sites section on Netlify, you will see all the apps you have built so far. Find the line of the app you're currently building and click the arrow at the end of that line to be then taken to the app page. Under Production Deploys, choose the highest line, usually with published written in green, and click the arrow at the end of that line too. In this next page, click Open Production Deploy to deploy the app and be taken to the random URL, where it is hosted by Netlify. Your working app is now accessible using that URL. Share it with your friends for them to test it. I hope this video was informative for you, and if you liked it, do not forget to like the video below, and why not even subscribe to our channel to be notified of any forthcoming videos.